Hello. So here I am all ready to start the short row section of my Terranova sweater. So Terranova is knit top down. You cast on and place your stitch markers as it says in the pattern, every however many stitches for your size. Then you knit one round and now you're set up to start working your short rows. So I've done a little illustration here of a standard raglan construction where you have one stitch marker. These lines illustrate the raglan. So in Terranova, you've got two stitch markers at each raglan because you've got a cable there. Forget that, this is just standard raglan construction. And these lines, the blue and the green, represent one set of short rows. And so each set is actually one right side and one wrong side row. So for my pattern, you're starting at the back right. Now you're looking at this and you're like, Tanis, that's the left. It's the wearer's back right. If this were a sweater and you were to put it on and your face is facing here, this is your back right, your front left, and your back left. So your beginning of round is at your back right. You're gonna work an increase, you're gonna work across the sleeve stitches, work another increase, slip your raglan marker, work an increase, work the number of stitches the pattern tells you, and then turn. There's your short row, your first sort of short row, and it stopped at the front right. Then you're gonna work backwards without increasing back to your beginning of round. Then you're gonna do on the wrong side row, you're gonna work all the way around to the mirror of the front right, which is the front left, and you're gonna make up the increases on the left side on the wrong side row. So you're going to be working on the wrong side. You're going to do an increase after your beginning of round. At your back left, you're going to do two increases. At your front left, you're going to do two increases. Then you're going to turn. Then you're going to work all the way back to your beginning of round again. So there, you've effectively worked two rows, two complete rows. See, this one kind of goes to here, and then it finishes when you come back there. Then you do the same thing again. Your increase is on the right side. You work past your double stitch from your first row, and then you're gonna go back, working. It's written in the pattern. I'm hoping this illustration just makes it a little bit clearer that to get your increases, normally you would start increasing here if you're working in the round. You increase here, 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 you're done. Carry on. But when you're working short rows, since you're not going all the way around the round at the same time, you're stopping and then you're going back, you actually work part of the increases on one side, part of the increases on the other side. So my second little illustration, very, very simple, but it just shows that these are your raglan increases around the neck. And in Terranova, there's two stitch markers because there's a cable in between the stitch markers for your increases. So in Terranova, your increases, here is your cable, and your increases are on either side of it. So everything stays the same in terms of the construction, but instead of just slipping one stitch marker and doing your increases on either side, you are working the cables in between the increases. And that's really it. So here I've got my sweater ready to go. I'm gonna work my first, make one left. Gonna work my sleeve stitches. These numbers will differ depending on the size, but I'm going to work all the way to my stitch marker, work my make one right, slip my stitch marker, and then here are my cable stitches. So I'm just going to work them according to whatever row of the chart I am on. Do my other increase. So now I've worked 3 increases. Then I'll turn. And I'm going to work back and carry on. So I'm at my beginning of round. I've worked a couple of rows here. I'm slipping my beginning of round marker. I'm going to go through a whole short row series with you. So I did a make one left after my beginning of round. Now I'm knitting the right sleeve stitches. I'm really sorry if this is fuzzy or if it makes you dizzy, but the way I knit, I move my hands a lot. It's really hard for me to stay within frame here. So I'm knitting to the next marker, which is on the, still in the right sleeve, and it's on either, there's a marker just before the cable. Now, I'm gonna work my make one right, and then I will work the cable stitches. This is not a cable crossing row, so it's just knitting and purling the cable stitches. Then on the other side, slip the marker on the other side of the marker. I work my make one left, and now I'm gonna work, I'm now on the front stitches at the front right. I'm gonna work to the double stitch from the previous row. And you'll know it when you get to it. And you will work the double stitch as one stitch. So these are German short rows, by the way. So there's your double stitch. See how one stitch looks like two? So you just knit them together. Work a few more stitches according to the pattern, and then turn. Now on the wrong side row, to create the double stitch for the next time, you slip one stitch from the left hand to the right, take your working yarn, wrap it around your right hand needle, and pull it tight. So now you're ready to purl, and you've got a double stitch on your right hand needle. So now I'm going to purl back to the beginning of round marker, and when I get to the cable markers, you just knit the knits and purl the purls as they face you on every wrong side row. That's what you're going to do. And so, yeah, patterns usually say work back to marker because depending on the motif, it's not always purl back, even though in this case it's a majority of the stitches are purls. But in between the cable markers, you have the occasional knit. This is really awkward for me, guys, but I'm doing my best. So now I'm at my beginning of round marker. I'm going to work the cable panel, knit the knits, purl the purls, and then I'm going to have to start doing my wrong row, side row increases. Oh God, I've done it again, you guys. Oh my God, bear with me. So make one right. You scoop up the yarn, so it's going over your left hand needle from front to back like so. Then you just purl into it. Make one right purl is really easy. Now I purl across all the back stitches. I'm sorry if this is excruciatingly boring, guys, but hopefully it will be helpful to somebody. Okay, back, left, raglan. At the first marker, I'm going to do make one left. This is the opposite. You put your left hand needle in front to back so that the yarn is coming over back to front, and then you've got to go in the back of the stitch and go almost, it's almost a twisted stitch. The make one left purl for me is a bit more awkward. This is the back left raglan cable stitches. Then I will do a make one right purl, and you'll see once again it's way easier. Scoop up the yarn, purl into the front of it. Like, it's so easy. It's like a typical, just regular purling. So now I'm on the left stitches, left sleeve stitches, sorry. At the next marker, do a make one left purl where you've got to kind of twist the stitch from the back. Now the front left cable. One more increase, another make one right. Then I will purl to the double stitch from the previous row, same as I did on the right side row. Again, you will know it when you see it. There. See how it looks very different. Then you just go in, purl it together, 2 stitches as one. Work the number of stitches specified for your size and turn. Now to turn on the right side row to do your double stitch, bring your yarn to the front, slip the stitch from the left hand needle to the right, bring the yarn to the back, pulling tightly before you're ready to start knitting again. Now I'm just gonna work in pattern, knitting the knits, purling the purls as they face me, unless I was on a cable crossing row, till I get back to the beginning around. And I'm almost done with my short rows. So with short rows complete, this, voila, is here. So I've had to put this to kind of keep it from waffling, but this is the back and this is the front. So all of our short rows are on the front, right and left. Our cables are at the raglans, the sleeve stitches are here. And you can see how we've added height to the back and a little scoop to the front. And now we're ready to just carry on working in the round for the rest of the sweater. The hard part is done. Smooth sailing from here on out.